Marjorie Taylor Greene, guys. Can we get a round of applause for Marjorie Taylor Greene, friend of the show?
Why don't you go back to your country where you have a major migrant problem? Really, why don't you off? How about that?
You did suggest that the California wildfires at the time had been started by PG&E in conjunction with the Rothschilds using a space laser.
She got into a spat with an AI bot this week. I don't know if you saw this, but it raised a rare smile. I mentioned earlier, like I've been doing a bit of work, like a few videos on performative Christians, where their drive to become Christian or become a better Christian or advertise Christianity, that drive only comes from the gaudy force field that they think it then gifts them. I talked a bit about like Matt Getz. I talked a bit about Russell Brand and Gabby Hanna. These are individuals who have got themselves in bother and then latterly decided they were Christian. But a lot of other celebrities do it too, and politicians and so on. Like they do horrible things or they say horrible things, and then subsequently they treat the cross round their neck like it's a holy force field that protects them from criticism. And Marjorie Taylor Greene is this in spades. She does nothing to help anybody, much less the needy. She spends all of her time in political capital fucking around with the culture war, owning the libs. But she pretends that she's a Christian because then no matter what she says or what she does, inarguably she's good then. She's good. Gosh, she's so good with the way she... There's a cross on, and that is literally it. That's the extent of the goodness. And anyway, so she put out a tweet this week. It says, I'm a Christian, an imperfect sinner, saved by grace and faith in Jesus. She's saved. I'm a nationalist, a proud American who loves my country and wants to make our home nation the best place for all American citizens and future generations to come. I'm a mother, thankful for the blessings and responsibility that God gave me with my children. I'm a Christian, an imperfect sinner. I'm saved by grace and faith in Jesus.
Why don't you off? How about that?
Blah, blah, fucking blah, right? So, and anyway, like in the comments, I didn't realize you could do this on Twitter because I don't really go on it anymore. I just post links to the alternative paper review. Or like, you know, a live show if there's a live show going on. But I don't use it to like get in conversations with people. I don't really fuck with it at all. But in this I'm a Christian thing, somebody replies back to it and they ask the Twitter AI chatbot thing. You can ask it questions like in the thread, which is quite cool, right? So she says, I'm a Christian, and somebody like replies back, the AI chatbot thing, and it says, is Marjorie Taylor Greene really a Christian? And the bot replies, Marjorie Taylor Greene identifies as a Christian, expressing faith in Jesus and traditional beliefs, like in her 2021 Christmas message. However, because it's balanced, right? These AI bots, they drink in information from all corners of the globe. Newspapers, the internet, and they are able to form a conclusion that has to be reasonably balanced and rooted in reality. So she identifies as a Christian, expressing faith in Jesus, blah, blah, blah. However, her Christian nationalism and support for conspiracy theories like QAnon spark debate. Critics, including religious leaders, argue her actions contradict Christian values of love and unity, citing her defense of January the 6th and divisive rhetoric. Supporters may see her stances as faith-driven. Whether she's really a Christian is subjective, depending on personal and theological views. Her faith appears genuine to her, but public actions create controversy. And so, faced with the choice of admitting she's wrong, right? Which is probably the Christian thing to do, weirdly. You know, you probably admit your faults and your flaws and try to do better, right? I can imagine I'm not a Christian, but I can imagine that's probably somewhere in the Bible, But faced with that choice of accepting your flaws and trying to do better or doubling down, which one do you think she chose? Which one do we think is good Christian? So good. The way that she holds that cross around her neck, the way she wears that crucifix, guys, is so good. Which way do we think she went? Of course she doubled down. Of course she did. So she doubles down and she sanely starts arguing with the AI chatbot. The AI chatbot gets it in the ear from Marjorie Taylor Greene. So she quote tweets it. She says, "The judgment seat belongs to God, not you, a non-human AI platform. Grok is left-leaning and continues to spread fake news and propaganda.
A space laser.
When people give up their own discernment, stop seeking the truth and depend on AI to analyze information, they will be lost," she says. So yeah. You see, MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's a Christian. And she's good. She's so good. And she's saved by Jesus. So yeah, don't you dare try and judge her with your facts and reality, you bloody pagans, you heathens. Facts and reality and science is left-leaning, isn't it? I think that's what we're establishing here. Facts, reality, and science and technology are left-leaning by their nature. It's fake news. It's propaganda.
A space laser.
Just another video.